Hola guys, it's Tarot by Tess. I thought I would do a reading for you guys, one for each element, for a random message. Alright, so we'll go in order for, let's see, what is it? Fire signs, earth signs, air signs, and water signs. And I'm going to just pull for these. I mean, I have a lot of stuff on this coffee table, so let's see here. That's okay, I might as well just explain it. So I made myself a happy rape-anniversary cake. So now it actually just says happy rape-a-versa. They are pretty terrible cards, but still. Anyway. So I just gotta make some room real quick. Alright, so let's get to fire signs. Okay. Alright. And then we had earth signs. And yes, I'm purposely leaving you in suspense. Then we have air signs. Hey, at least all the elements are matching now. It's not going to confuse the hell out of me. Well, except for now. And then we have water signs. Alright. I'm not going to do a bottom just yet. Well, I do have this other deck over here. Let me go ahead and shuffle it so I can clarify and do a bottom of the deck. Right. Earlier, whenever I was praying before I shuffled, usually I say, Holy Spirit, such, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, instead, I went straight into my teacher lingo. There's this phrase I say, to get my younger kids' attention, which is hocus pocus, and the kids say, everybody focus. So I was starting to shuffle cards earlier, and I said, hocus pocus. I was like, what on earth? It was the weirdest thing. I was like, I mean, I do tarot, and I've at some point tried little spells and whatnot, but definitely not my territory. So that was really funny. Okay, let's do a clarification deck so I can use the bottom of the other deck. Okay, bottom of the deck for everybody. Oh, Chariot. So I love to see my card in here. We have two particular cards that are related to signs. As an overall, we have the Chariot, so I'm having balance and things moving forward. And then fire signs, you got Temperance, which is Sagittarius' card. So those are the two signs that are showing up overall, but again, these are for individual elements. Alright, so for fire signs, we have Temperance. This is the, it's a balancing out of everything, which does go along with the Chariot. I feel like there's a letting go and moving forward. It's also, the two cups are being poured back and forth. So it should be like a balancing act. One should not have more than the other at any given point, or if there is, then eventually you release it to give more off, and so and so. It's like kind of like I feel like you scratch my back, I scratch yours, kind of a deal here. Don't keep something in the cup for too long. Actually reminds me of something I've seen on the internet a long time ago, which is, for instance, a glass is only as heavy as the length of time for which you hold on to it. Okay, so that's kind of what I see here. And it does go a little bit with the Chariot. Also, the Chariot's message as advice is if you balance your emotions, it will right everything in your favor. Okay, so why is Temperance here for the fire signs? Okay, well, turn this way and that. Okay, Six of Swords, moving on. You guys are letting go and having forgiveness, and you're moving on from a situation. Okay, that's your message right now. Alright, so moving on to earth signs, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a situation that has been dysfunctional. You may be getting out of it though, but let's clarify to see what else is going on. Ten of Pentacles in reverse is definitely an imbalance. So I'm seeing that it looks like it's going to get righted as soon as you get out of the dysfunctional relationship, whether it's love life or family related. Okay. The moon, you could be dealing with Sagittarians. Oh my! Earth signs. Anytime you have 10 of Pentacles with the moon, you're dealing with surprise pregnancy. So, congratulations. I'm not sure why the 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. That may have a delay. This could be saying that for women, you're actually late, and so therefore you have a surprise pregnancy. This is how I found out my niece was pregnant. So, very interesting. That's all I have for that, okay? I mean, I do have dysfunction too, but with the Chariot as your overall, things are moving forward, okay? Things are balanced. So if there's been an imbalance in regards to hormones, for instance, and you think you cannot get pregnant, there's a very good chance that you will be very surprised. Okay. Possibly by, let's just say March 20th, because that's the end of Piscean's timeline. Okay. All right, for air signs, we have the Three of Cups. So you guys could be getting together for a celebration. All kinds of celebrations are here. You could also be considered going out and dating. You could also be getting a reunion. So let's clarify to see what possibilities are there with all that here. Why is the Three of Cups here for air signs? Why is the Three of Cups here for air signs? Okay. Oh, good. Seven of Wands. Okay. So I feel like if you are dating, all the offers are coming towards you. It says stand your ground. And you notice they all have their arms raised in the air as if they are victorious. So I feel like you are victorious in some endeavor, whether it's you get to reunite with somebody, you're celebrating, maybe you're celebrating an earth sign giving birth or something, or getting pregnant, whatnot. Maybe that's part of you. Maybe it's one of your rising signs or something of that nature. Let's get a little bit more because I like the idea of victory here, air signs, but I want to know exactly what's going on. I mean, if you include it with the Chariot, Chariot's triumph and victory. So air signs looks like you're having some good times here. It looks like everybody's having a good message. I mean, fire signs, you're fixing something and moving on, okay, victoriously. And then earth signs, you're having surprise pregnancies. Yay, okay. And then whatever the victory is, I can't really see what it is. It could be involving dating, marriage, engagement. Could be babies as well with Three of Cups. You could be celebrating somebody else's. Again, you could have all the various signs in your chart that apply when it comes to pregnancies. But overall, you're just victorious. Okay, well, let's get a little bit more for the air signs. Yep. Ace of Swords, triumphant success. This too can be a pregnancy card, but as well as a belief card, standing your ground. So if you really believe something and you really believe in something, I'm seeing that you are victorious. So wow, air signs good. All right, water signs. What we have for you is the Five of Swords reversed. So good thing it's not upright. If it was upright, I'd say, what's going on? But it's in reverse. So if there was a Five of Swords situation, it is in the past. This tells me that people are willing to negotiate or lay down swords. I do see apologies. I would normally see it with Six of Swords, and we do have it, but it's in fire signs reading. But because it is here, I see that there's a possibility for coming out of conflict, as well as some kind of apology. But Five of Swords reverses go back to Four of Swords. And Four of Swords is meditating, praying, that kind of nature, that kind of thing. Okay, okay. So we have the Devil, which is Capricorn. It says temptation. It looks like somebody's eschewing it, and I can see that here. But what they're eschewing may very well be the key to something. I'm also seeing we do have, two fives. So there's a lot of upheaval and change, or this is what's happened. I don't feel like somebody's trying, or something is no longer like taking over something else. At the same time, you see how he's very torn. His face is facing that way, but yet his face is turning away. And what I see here with, even though he's facing away for the most clear of the clearest image of the picture, I guess you could say, his hand is still facing the same way. So he is reaching for it. He is getting the key, but he may have to look away because of some kind of temptation. I think of Lot's wife, having to turn around and, having to look at it and turn it into a pillar of salt. Those kinds of things. That's what I'm seeing here. He's not going to look, even if he is going to reach for it. Okay, and then we have, oh, surprise, surprise, Six of Cups reversed. So memories of love. All right, so Six of Cups, to me, is always good in the upright. It talks about memories of love, but it deals with family, childhood, and just nostalgia. Anything that's really great from the past that you're thinking of. We finally have a water card for us, right? Okay. But it's in reverse, so it can be talking about having a hard time dealing with confusing memories. Possible that somebody from your past might be returning into your life. And this has something to do with temptation. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, or that could be one of your signs in your chart. And then Six of Cups reversed talks about going back to Five of Cups. And Five of Cups is that emotional loss, disappointment in love, depression. For some people, it's actually guilt. So there could be some kind of a shame or guilt regarding a Five of Swords situation. You got fives all in your reading, guys. Oh my goodness. So lots of sorrow and depression and changes and upheavals. And I feel like there's some kind of conflict, and I mean within yourself, or somebody with whom you're dealing. But yes, Five of Cups that's alluded to here is a change of focus card. So it's no longer focusing on the Three of Cups that is spilled. It's focusing on what's behind you, which is the Two of Cups, which means there's still something there. Two of Cups is also representative of twin flame energy, love, marriage, agreements, friendship. And so what I'm seeing here, Six of Cups can also be a friendship card. Anything about history in the past and home, children, exes, all those kinds of things is Six of Cups. But with it reversed, I feel like there is some kind of a negotiation that may need to happen, or resolution of a conflict that is going to help you move on. And even though this is more like reunion and getting back together with somebody, when it's in reverse, it talks about restoration. So it's a different connotation than reunion. And I'm not exactly sure how that's going to apply here. If it's a restoration of one's self in some way, because the Devil card is here, something that has tied you down, or if it's a restoration of a relationship. I usually see it as relationship, but we have relationships with ourselves. So let me pull something else, because we have so many fives here. I'm just curious. Did it myself, but it's here, so. All right. Wow. Okay. So Five of Wands. You guys do want to come out of conflict with somebody. So apparently you have all the fives alluded to here. Yay for you. Okay. It says obstacles and challenges, but somebody wants to get over that. I'm also seeing just laying down the wands. We have laying down of swords. Coming out of conflict in general. Okay. Especially with anything regarding your past, anything of that nature. Then we had Four of Swords reversed. So Five of Swords reversed said, hey, go back to Four of Swords. Okay, Four of Swords is here. It's reversed, saying go back to Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is a main issue here, which is emotional loss, which again is alluded to in the Five of Cups. And then betrayal, heartbreak, sorrow, all of those things. We have lots of terrible stuff in here, but it's just basically focusing on the Three of Swords. And that's usually a separation, breakup, whatnot. Now, I can't tell you whether or not the Three of Swords is reversed in itself because it's not here, and I'm not going to pull any more cards. But let's say the Three of Swords is reversed. If we were to pull it, then in that instance, that would be apologies, forgiveness, and whatnot, which I kind of already see in here. I feel like somebody will be coming out of a thinking period where they've been thinking about the Three of Swords issue. because that's what the Four of Swords is all about. It's thinking and meditating on something. It's also resting and rejuvenating yourself. But it's like you've done that, and so now it's over. Some of you, you need this, but you haven't been getting it, okay? So maybe this is telling you need that. But more than that, I'm seeing you're coming out of it, which is a good thing, I think. Maybe I do need to pull another card. I'll just look at the bottom of the deck for everybody. Okay, the Tower. Interesting. So everybody's having some kind of a revelation moment regarding disruption. When you have the Tower and the Devil, it talks about some kind of an addiction that had dire consequences. So this would be for the water signs because they had the Devil. They had Six of Cups, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, and Five of Wands. So I do get an idea of rehab because Four of Swords to me is a rehab facility. So either somebody needs it or they've already gotten it and they're out of it now. And then for the air signs, I'm seeing you standing up to some kind of disruption in your life. In other decks, this says rebuild. So I do feel like there is somebody's successful after some kind of Tower event and they rebuild. So very good. I'm also seeing with the Chariot as an overall, and this as an overall as well, there is some kind of success or an escape of danger with the Tower here. And possible travel difficulties, although that's only a slight possibility. All right, so with Earth signs, this is just the revelation, the surprise that changes your whole life, which is surprise pregnancy. So good for you guys. You guys didn't get any kind of bad connotations here. And then for fire signs with the Temperance card and the Six of Swords, this is you. There may be a possibility of you guys getting, well, one, you're escaping danger. That's true for you guys too. And you're moving on. I do see more traveling. Overall with the Chariot for all signs and not just fire signs, but because you do have the Six of Swords, which is a travel card, this could be mainly for you. I'm seeing relocation, okay? So there's this possibility of relocation for all the signs, but specifically for fire signs. And I feel like there was some kind of, this is a revelation card, so I feel like there's a revelation for fire signs that kind of was mixed together, thinking of those cups that Temperance has, and they're putting them back and forth. I feel like if things move around enough, things are bound to explode, and they did. And so one finds out, through some kind of an unexpected revelation that it's time to move on. And I've just noticed what he has in his hand. It looks like a watch to me, but I'm not really sure what it is. It's not clear. But that would make me think, time to move on. It's not clear. You think they would make these things a bit more specific when they do that, but it doesn't really show you what it is. And I guess it's up to interpretation, of course. But there is possibility of relocation. And possible travel difficulties, although none of the travel cards are in reverse, so it's more likely a relocation. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and good luck.